Hi folks, it's Jim from New Hampshire Card Hunters, and we're back with another video. And in this particular video, we're going to be doing the 2021 Topps Archives. And we have a hobby box here, and we also have a blaster box. Now, you'll notice that there's 24 packs per card, 24 packs per box, 8 cards per pack. We got 2 autographs per box on cards, so that'll be nice. And the blaster box is, let's see what we got here. We got 7 cards per pack. 7 packs, excuse me. 8 cards per pack, 56 total cards. So, and we also have the exclusive 1989 Topps foil cards inside as well. So that'll be something to look for. So we got those 2. I want to thank you for stopping by. We got the First Lady of Baseball with us, Michelle.
Hola.
And hopefully we'll have a real good time here with some of these autographs. Hopefully we'll get a couple of good ones. Maybe even 3. Who knows? I just want to take a quick look, a quick rundown here of the information regarding 2021 archives. And in this particular 300 card set, Normally, Topps or Fanatics, they normally do 3 years in each different year of the archives. But in this particular year, they did a total of 7. So they did 1957, 62, 1973, 83, 1991, 2001, and 2011 designs. So that'll be a little different from the norm. And within those particular genres, there's also a number of parallels we can pull, including rainbow foils at 150, greens to 125, silvers to 99, reds to 75, red hot foils at 50, blue foils 25, those are in the hobbies only, along with the orange foil 15 in the hobby, and then the foil fractors. And there are a number of different things. There are also the 1994 draft picks. Those are 1 in 24 packs. We've got the Topps Archive posters. Those are 1 in 6. We got the big minis, 1989, 1991 Bazooka Shining Stars. And so we have those as well, along with a number of different autographs that we can pull. We've got the 63 peel-off autographs, the minis, 1991 Shining Stars autographs, the 94 draft picks autographs, and the 2001 Topps Never Forgotten autographs. And of course, some of these are a little bit harder to pull than the others. The premiums will be much more difficult to pull, but hey, you never know. And again, most of those autographs run in different parallels: purple, silver, blue, gold. The gold's a 1 of 1, and we won't bore you with that too much. And last but not least, we've got the 2021 Topps Archive baseball box toppers, which are mini posters, and they're kind of neat. I mean, there's different teams. I know you got the A's in there, but I can't remember. I think the Reds are in there, and there's like 6 or 8 teams, I believe. I didn't really look to see how many different teams were in there, and it's a really loaded set too. There's a number of great rookies in here, including Scooble, and let's see, Garrett Crochet's in there, Jake Cronenworth's in there, a whole host of good rookies. I'm trying to find a few of the others for you, but you get the idea. Perdomo's in there, and so on. So let's get rocking and rolling here, shall we? And get the action started. Yeah, see what the action is here. All right, let's open up. We'll go with the hobby box first. Now, as most of you know, we do a middle segment called What's on the Docket. And in our last video, we did our first of a set of 3 in the series of the state of the hobby in its current situation. And we talked a little bit about, you know, the prices of boxes and so on, and how it's out of control. And well, in this particular on the docket, we're going to be talking about Fanatics. We're going to be talking about how they came into being with Topps, and we'll talk a little bit more about them. So in our middle segment, then after that, we'll do the archives blaster box. So first of all, we got our poster here. Let's see what the poster is. Oh, we got the Braves. Look at that. The big 3. Hang on, I got to move this back a little bit so you guys can see it. The big 3. Glavine, Smoltz, and Maddox. It's pretty nice, you know. Mini poster. All right. Slide that off to the side here.
Let me see that. A little closer there.
Yeah. Show the audience so they can see it a little bit better, Michelle.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's better. There we go. I'm kind of cramped over here. We're right in the middle.
Smoltzy would like that.
Yeah.
It's from a younger day.
Sure.
I'm sure the other 2 would like it as well. I'm partial to Smoltz.
Well, they all had great careers. We know that. So let's slide these over a little bit. So work on this one. Move that out of the way so we can get at some of this action going here. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Okay. All right, pack number 1. We're going in. Let's see what. See if we can have a little bit. Boy, I tell you, the last break we did, which was 2020 high number heritage, was a real pain in the butt. And looks like these are going to be.
This is going to be as well.
These things are going to give me a little trouble too. Looks like. Wow. Okay. You know, I don't know if it's because I'm left-handed, but it could be. Come on. Goodness gracious. All right. We'll try this. We'll keep banging here. Bear with me.
Do you want me to go get some scissors?
Tell you. I don't know why nobody else has a problem.
It could be the fact that you're lefty.
It could
really
be.
Could be.
It could be. There we go. I got the first one. All right. Okay, here we go. Finally, first pack. And what do we got here? We got Kenta Maeda, Nelson Cruz, Nate Pearson, Cronenworth, and that's a rookie. And there's the Garrett Crochet rookie right behind him.
Oh, look at that.
2 nice ones, yeah. We'll have to sleeve that up, along with Cronenworth. We'll sleeve him up. And Alec Bohm, Shining Stars, Bazooka. And what's behind this one? And Teoscar Hernandez. That's the.
Boy, he'd look good in a Red Sox uniform.
Yeah. That must be.
Oh, there's a blue.
Yeah, no, this is just the.
No, I mean that border right there. Is that a different year?
Yeah, just a
Is
different.
that why it's?
Yeah, it's not. It's actually it's green. I know it looks bluish, doesn't it?
Bluish, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a. It's
like a teal.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, it's the 91s. I
Goldie.
believe. Yeah. Okay. So there's pack number 1. Let's get these in a sleeve real quick.
Yeah, see, that's going to confuse me because, like, there's so many different styles in the same box. You know, when you're looking for variations or whatever, I mean, the different years.
Well, right. There's 7 years as opposed to only 3, so
Yeah.
there's a little bit.
More variation.
A little more variation there, and.
Hey, look at
There
that.
we go. That's a little better. All right. Pack number 2. Going in. You never know what that autograph's going to be. So, hey, there's Bobby Gibson. That's a nice one of him. That's the 91. Okay. And then we've got the 57, Seager. 1983. That's his Patino. Herman Marquez and Randy Johnson from 62. Oh, here we go, right here. What do we got here? Mark Loretta. Well, Mark Loretta. It's not bad. Yeah, he was a serviceable player. Let's got the Ozzy Albies and Don Drysdale. Nice one, Dandy Don. All right, nice. Well, there's our first autograph. And granted, it's not a huge name, but we're gonna
He's
still
not
take
an
it.
unknown.
Right.
He's
been around a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's the stand him up over there in the corner. Do a little FaceTime. All right, pack number 3. If it wants to work with me here. I'll tell you what, these are not easy at all. Good God, man.
Good God, man. Get yourself together.
All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing the best I can, but, sometimes these things just do not want to
Hey, gotta be
cooperate. Here's Bryce Harper and Justin Turner, Max Scherzer, Juan Gonzalez, Freddie Freeman, the killer bees. There you go.
Huh.
Yeah, BGO and our old buddy who we traded away, right? Let's take a look at the back of the card here. Jeff Bagwell. What was that? What's going on with this thing? Hang on a second.
That was weird. It gave you some horizontal bars there.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's weird. I don't know
What's going on here?
Don't know, Dad.
That's not cool. Wow. Wasn't doing that earlier.
No. Technical difficulties.
There we go. That's better. Okay.
Weird.
I don't know what that was all about. Maybe there was something on the camera. That's weird.
Who knows?
Scherzer, Gonzalez, okay, Freeman, and again, we were looking at the BGO card, the Killer Bees. Okay, there you go. And Christian Javier and Gio Urshela. Wow. All kinds of weird stuff happening down here.
I don't know if this was a good idea. It's the full moon.
I don't know. Yeah, right.
It's the full moon. It's the super moon.
There's something going on here.
I can't remember the name of this super moon. They all have their own names, but I can't remember the name of it.
All right, I think we're on the 4th pack here before I got so rudely interrupted by my camera. Roughneck Odor, Nomar Garcia Parra, all 62s here. Marco Gonzalez,
I love
Robin
that
Yelp.
wooden border.
Yeah, it's that
I like
wood
it.
that wood grain border.
Yeah.
Kent Herbeck, and then we got Thurman Munson. That's a nice shot of Thurman Munson. He's a heck of a player. Al Kaline and Eddie Matthews. Great guy. Like I said earlier, I met Eddie down in Bolton, Mass, and he was with Bob Feller and Warren Spahn and George Foster. That was a great show, and couldn't have been any nicer to me. He was a real gentleman. Bob Feller, all those guys. Well, I told the story a while back, but Warren Spahn wasn't all that happy. He wanted to get out of there, and we showed up right at the last gun, a friend of mine, and he wasn't all that pleased, but he did sign the autograph, so I guess that's the cherry on the top. Man, I'll tell you what.
You got this.
Yeah, I know. No, I haven't had any trouble really until the last couple, and it's all of a sudden this stuff's been real hard to open.
I wonder if it's the material it's made out of, like the pack.
I don't know. Probably. Next pack, Geraldo Perdomo, Ryan Mountcastle, Johnny Smoltz, Ivan Rodriguez, Dustin May. There's the peel-offs. Mike Trout, 1983,
Look at that big head.
63, excuse me. Yeah, I know.
That's
That,
like a sticker.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. In '63, they made all the they made a set of the well a product of the peel offs.
Hmm.
They had all the different, I don't know how big the set was. I don't remember right offhand, but it was.
Hmm.
I don't know if it was well received or not, but there's a lot of them floating around on eBay. Ricky Henderson and Willie McCovey.
Love Ricky Henderson. Speed stuff.
Yep. Next pack. Here we go. All right. Making progress here. All right. Next pack. Trevor Lonich, rookie. Tony Gwynn, 1973. Chaz Chisholm, and that's a 62. Mike Yastrzemski. Joe Carter. Brandon Woodruff. Wait a minute. This is I was gonna say, this is a parallel. It's 82 of 99. Must be a silver parallel here. I almost went right by it. Not this time. I'm telling you, I think the camera's messed up. I have to look at that. I mean, it's working all right now, but
Every once in a while, it just flashes those horizontal
yeah,
lines.
I don't know. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to check it out. Anyway, let's put that in your sleeve. Roberto Clemente and Harmon Killebrew.
Nice, man.
So that's
I know,
nice.
I know I've obsessed on Harmon Killebrew and what a nice man he was, but for those of you who haven't seen the video we did earlier, one of our earlier videos, we talked about Harmon Killebrew and when we were at a show. And one of the people in front of us, his dad served with Harmon.
See, there it goes again. Look.
And he instantly wanted a picture with the guy and his daughter and himself. It was very cool. Very sincere.
Next pack, Eddie Rosario, Kyle Seager, Cal Ripken, Gary Carter, Jose Abreu, Uncle Larry. Uncle Andrew McCutcheon is Uncle Larry. These are the. I'm not sure what this is. This insert's called. The family, I believe, maybe. I think that's what it is. I think it's the family. I didn't see that when I looked at the information. I didn't see that. Yeah, Andrew McCutcheon. Kutch. Clemens, Sanchez. All right, moving along.
I wonder why Uncle Larry. Interesting.
Yeah. For every one I don't have problems with, there's a couple more that I do. It's just that little edge in there. Gives me trouble. I'm getting there. There it is. All right, we're approaching almost the halfway mark of the box here. Nick Castellanos, Jack Flaherty, Jahmai Jones, rookie, Joe Morgan, class act. Move this over a little bit. Yeah, big part of the Big Red Machine. Good player, two-time MVP. Let's see, Andrew Vaughn, Shining Star, rookie. And there is
wow.
the Bambino. Looks like he's standing at the construction site of the house that Ruth built, because you can see all around him right here. It's all like gravel and, looks like they're working on the stadium behind him. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. I'd say that's probably the construction of Yankee Stadium going on behind him. Jeff McNeil, final card. All right. So, we'll see what one. Still got one more autograph to come, so we'll see what we're going to pull out of there, along with any other parallels that might be hiding out. There we go. Okay. First card up, Big Mac, Mark McGuire. And 63, Chris Bryant. 73, Chris Bryant. 83, Brent Rooker, rookie. good one. Have to sleeve him up. Adrian Beltre, Joey Bott, rookie, 83 again. Larry Walker, and Shane McClanahan, rookie. Getting plenty of rookies out of here. This set's loaded. You know, McClanahan's another guy there. He's had Tommy John, and he's got great talent. He'll be back next year for the Rays, so that'll give them another big arm out of that starting rotation. But he's a good athlete, and he always seems to give the Red Sox trouble. So
Who doesn't lately?
right,
It's been rough.
yeah. I'll tell you what. I don't have any confidence in the management doing much of anything. So far, who'd we sign? Alec, journeyman reliever. He was with the Reds. He's been all over. He's bounced around. Let's see. Esteban Florio, rookie. We got Ernie Banks. That's a nice shot of Ernie. 1991. Tops. Gary Sanchez. Johnny Bench. Great player. What we got here coming up? Looks like a red. Cleveland Indians. Yeah. Jimenez. What's going on here? Yep. Another red foil here, looks like. 39/75. Josh Donaldson.
It's a good one.
Nice one right there. Yeah, pretty nice. Take that. I never say no.
Yeah.
And by the way, as everybody knows, or if you don't know, if you're new to the channel, we are giving every single card away. Every one. Autograph, no matter what it is. They're all up for grabs. Leave a comment. Tell us what you like about this product. What's your favorite card that got pulled, whatever. And, you know, we'll, as soon as we get, we want to get 10 comments, and then we'll put them in the randomizer for each video, and then we'll send them out. You got to have a PayPal account. Simple as that. Send us 1 cent so we can get your address. We'll take care of the rest. All right, next pack. Alex Kirilloff, who just recently retired. He was only in the league like 4 years. I didn't know he retired, so there must have been a story, but he must have just given it up. And yeah, he decided to call it quits, and he was not in the minor leagues, and I think he had enough. But he had that 1 year, he had a real good year, and then after that, he seemed to tail off. But Ron Santo, 83, Madrigal, Vlad Guerrero, there's another 63 peel-offs, Francisco Lindor, and Pavin Smith, and Trey Turner. Last but not least, Kyle Lewis. We talked about Kyle Lewis in the last video. He's another guy that's sort of flamed out. I'm sure he's still bouncing around somewhere. I don't know what. I think he's a free agent now, but sure he's looking. He might be looking for a new home. All right, going to through the halfway point, going in the second half. Here we go. Lou Brock, Yordan Alvarez, Will Smith, Jose Altuve, Salvador Perez, Salvi, Jonathan India, rookie. Put that in there. Alec Bohm. I mean, there's so many. I'm not going to waste your time sleeping them all up, but I'll put them in a pile, and I'll sleeve them up. If there's something really, really great, we'll definitely get that sleeved up. But as long as we're going along here, we might as well keep the action rolling. All right, next pack. What do we got here? Luke Voigt, right off the top. Followed by Larry Doby. Broke the color barrier in the American League. Rogers Hornsby. Another great Hall of Famer. Sixto Sanchez. Bryce Harper. Another 63. Peel off. We got Wilson Contreras and Gleyber Torres and Braylon Marquez.
You got some pretty good peel-offs, though.
Yeah, I mean, look, we already got two numbers.
Trout, Lindor,
Yeah.
and Harper.
Yeah, I mean, and we've already got two numbered cards.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Plus the one autograph, we'll get one more. I'm sure there's going to be some other good stuff in there. There's another parallel of the Carter right there. We pulled the silver earlier. And let's see here. George Brett,
George Brett.
Rich Haniger, and Tarek Screwball, rookie. Blake Street Bombers. Bichette, Galarraga, and Walker. They were a terror when they were in Colorado. Those guys could knock them out, man. And of course, the air's thin up there, so they hit
travel.
a lot of home runs, huh? Soto and Trammell and Jesus Lozado. Yeah, Tarek Screwball had a great year. Won Cy Young. I mean, tremendous year. And Tigers really got something with him. All right, next pack. Here we go. Alex Bregman, Andre Dawson, Marcus Stroman, Matt Olson, Brandon Lau. Oh, another one. Here we go. Autograph. Oh, man. Come on. Greg Amsinger. Oh, boy. He's on. Well, the one thing you can say about Greg is he does host Carded on the MLB channel. So, I mean, I guess there's that. But he's on the MLB network, and it is a purple. Number to 150, so there's that too. And
That's funny.
Jose Barrero and Luis Garcia. All right, well, we'll sleeve it up. We're gonna do what
Well, you never know.
You never know.
We could get. Couldn't we possibly get a third?
I don't.
Auto? Because we usually break the norm.
I know. I don't know as if I've ever seen 3 autographs come out of an archives box. It may have happened. I don't recall like any of the breaks I've ever seen where I got these guys open up, tons of stuff where they'll get like a third autograph. It may have happened once upon a time. I don't know, but I don't recall it. But I won't rule it out. So let's see. See what else we get. We still got a number of packs to go. So, we'll see how many more numbered cards we can get. See if there's anything interesting. Any variations. And for the record, in the last 2 videos, I missed four variations. I missed in the 2020 tops. I missed a camo that when I was looking back at the video, I saw that, and also saw a gold. And then in the video just recently, we missed a silver and an action shot. Yeah. So let us know if we miss something. I mean, I usually try to do the best I can, but like we're all human here. So, all right, Marte Story, Aaron Nola, Mike Trout, and there's Mookie.
Oh wow, jeez, You got some really good peel-offs.
Yeah. Michael Brantley, and there's Jeter, and Barry Larkin. In that pack.
For a Yankee, he's one that I respect.
Yeah. Well, he was
a good ball player.
He was dishing it out. He was dishing it out for a while. I remember they were talking to him one year when they were doing all the winning, and we weren't doing too much of any winning. And they asked him about the Red Sox. He says, "Yeah." He says, "Those guys think this every year is their year." And I'm like, "Really? Thank you for that." And then it wasn't too long after that he had to eat his words, so that was nice to get a little revenge there. All right, next pack. Brooks Robinson leading it off for us, 83. Ahmed Rosario, Cy Young.
Wow.
Where is he, in his front yard?
Looks like it.
Yeah. Cy Young. Look at him. He's getting ready to... Look at that glove, huh? Right there.
That's funny. We have one of those somewhere.
Yeah. Cy Young. Ha-Seong Kim. And Ichiro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good one to him. Braylon Marquez, rookie. And Ryan Jeffers, rookie. And Mike Moustakas to complete that pack. All right, we're getting down there. Looks like about 6 packs or so to go. Let's see what this next one's going to hold for us. So far, we're doing pretty good. Of the autographs, They weren't great, and I wouldn't say they were like 1A autographs, but at least we got one parallel in there with a purple,
Yep.
and we got two numbered cards, so that's not bad. Mariano Rivera,
There's another Yankee that
Kevin
you can
Biggio.
say, yep, they're
Yep,
good.
right. Great player.
Right.
Fantastic closer. Almost hardly ever gave up
Oh, I
anything,
know.
right? I mean, very rarely did he cough one up.
And the fact that he back in Fenway could laugh at the fact that he was getting such a standing ovation the year after he gave it up.
Yeah.
I mean, good guy.
Oh yeah.
Just class act.
Sure was. BGO, Thomas, Reggie Jackson. Wow, that's a nice
Huh.
shot. That's a nice shot at
Wow.
Jackson. I love these old
Ace.
Ace helmets.
Yeah.
The deep green in them. You know that they really are nice. I mean, and of course in those days, a lot of them didn't have the flaps either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either side, right? So
It
yeah,
was just a hat. It
yeah.
was hard.
I mean, Bob Montgomery, who was a Red Sox catcher for years, wore like this hardened like baseball cap. It wasn't necessarily a helmet. It was just a hardened cap, and he'd wear it catching, of course, but then he'd wear it hitting too. Yeah,
Crazy.
yep. Daz Cameron, and what's this one here? We got here. Okay, Charlie Blackman, and having trouble reading that name. Okay, Avalos, Edward Avalos. Yeah,
Hours?
Olivares. There we go. It's the glare is messing me up. And Mickey Moniak. All right. Yeah, I had a little trouble picking that one out. I don't know. I don't think it's because I'm colorblind. No. All right, next pack. We're getting down here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs to go. Christian Walker, Anthony Rizzo, Carlos Correa, Kyle Isbell, Jim Tomey. I got his autograph. I met him at Fenway. Chaz Chisholm again with another rookie autograph. Ryan Weathers and Cody Bellinger. So the rookies are coming hot and heavy here, and a lot of good ones.
Yeah, and the way Jim works this, when he divvies up the cards, he makes sure that he spreads out the wealth. So, when if you leave a comment and you get into the running, you know that you're gonna get, some of the good stuff, no matter what chunk he gives you, because he's just gonna randomly he splits them all up so that you'll get good stuff in every stack. So,
Yeah, I mean, the whole idea of it is to break them up evenly, so you get some of the rookies. You get, obviously, with it's like what I don't know, something like was it 192, and how many cards in the okay, yeah, 56 cards. So yeah, so 292. So about 250 cards. So that would be about be split up 3 ways, and
good.
and I'd mix them up. So one autograph would go in one box, one autograph would go in another box, and then take some of the parallels and the short numbered stuff and put them in the third box, and mix it up. Then the rookies and so on. Andrew McCutcheon, Yu Darvish, Spencer Howard, Aaron Judge,
All right.
all hail, right? Walker Bueller, Orlando Cepeda, met Orlando, eons ago. Mike Soroka and Deion Sanders, head coach of Colorado.
Colorado Buffaloes.
Yeah, they're having a good season. He's got his kids
are
play
playing,
there, right?
yeah.
Right, but still, I mean, it's a good team. They're ranked. They're on. It's actually driving me crazy.
Well, there's only about 5 left, so.
Yeah, I know, but the whole idea of it is I'd like to have a little bit less of a battle with these things. Holy cow. Wow. All right. We'll get it.
Even if your comment is giving him a hint on how to.
Unless you're left-handed.
I'm just kidding.
Unless you're left-handed. Willie Mays, Koei Irahara, Leody Taveras, Bo Bichette, Jacob deGrom, Jerry Kelnick, rookie. Tris Speaker. Nice shot of Tris. Another former Red Sox. Rod Carew.
Rodney.
Yep. Good one there. All right. Getting down there.
Look at that. I give him too much crap, and the next one he opens, no problem.
Well, some open up easier than others. You know, some of them, they might be a little bit too much glue or whatever. I'm not sure. Javier Baez, and there's Kelnick again with another autograph. And it looks like we got something coming here. I see something different colored coming down the line here. Randy Rosarita, Lucas Giolito. He'll be coming back with us this year.
That'd be nice.
Yep. And
Tanner Houck.
Tanner Houck. And what is this? Okay. San Diego. Slam Diego. Excuse me. Slam Diego. Okay, another insert. Grisham, Myers, Fernando Tatis, and Machado. I thought it was going to be something different than that, but we'll take that. Eddie Murray and Logan Gilbert.
Now, what year was Tanner Houck's rookie year?
This year. This
set that was his rookie.
Yeah, he's in here. 2021.
Well, we just got him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's Tanner Houck's, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I must have blew on by him, but not calling out the rookie status, but
I thought it was his rookie year, but when you didn't say it, I was like,
yeah, it's his rookie. All right. Looking good here. All right, what else we got? All right, next pack. Brady Singer, Nico Horner, DJ LeMahieu, Duke Snyder, Juan Soto.
hey, look at that.
They're all headshots, yeah.
I know, but they're pretty good players.
Oh yeah, well I'm sure
that
it's a limited set, so I'm sure they got all the top names in there, right?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I mean, Christian Pache rookie, Evan White rookie, and Tatis.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
That's it.
in the camo looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, last pack. Let's go. Here we go. Let's see if we're gonna get anything decent out of this last one. Well, we got Acuna. That's a good start. Liam Hendricks. He'll be our closer next year. For the Red Sox, Mike Piazza, Cody Hewer, rookie, and there's Big Poppy.
Poppy.
Big Poppy.
We
Looking
miss
good.
you, Poppy.
Yep. Garrett Cole. And Luis Castillo and Dale Murphy as the final card of the box. All right.
Not bad.
Not bad. We got, obviously the two autographs. They weren't, like I said, they weren't head turners, but we'll take that. Unfortunately, they can't all be, top of the heap guys, but it is what it is.
Hey.
Okay, now we're going to get into the nuts and bolts of the second part of this of our hobby discussion here. Now, like I said, in the first part of the hobby, we were talking about the state of the hobby, where we're at, why the box prices are out of control, and there are a lot of factors involved here, from Fanatics to the breakers and so on. So what we want to do in this particular segment is we want to focus on Fanatics. And the reason why we want to focus on Fanatics is because in order to tell this story correctly, and in order to encompass everything that we're talking about with the hobby, we need to really focus in on Fanatics and what part they're playing in basically, trying to collapse the hobby here. All right. So first things first, I think it's only fair that we, do a little bit of background on Mr. Rubin. And what I can tell you is that why I may not really see eye to eye with this guy on a number of issues. What I can tell you is that this guy is a hustler. He hustles all the time. I mean, this is a guy that was, at a very young age, he had his own business at 12 years old, and he was, he used his bar Fitzman money to to open a ski what was it? Yeah, a ski tuning shop in his parents' basement. Okay, and then by age 16, he was some $120,000 in debt, unfortunately, and he was able to settle with it with his creditors using a $37,000 loan from his father under the condition he attend college. And so Ruben agreed, of course, because he wanted to get out of debt, and but he continued to operate the business, which he grew to 5 ski shops before he entered college, where he attended college at Villanova. But he wasn't at Villanova very long. He got out of there and he said, "That's it, I'm done." And then he he ran into a, a good deal on some overstock equipment, which he uh, which he bought around $200,000 worth of overstock equipment at a deep discount. And he ended up reselling it for, I think he bought it for like $17,000, and he sold it for 75,000 after that. And then going forward, he just basically started to really feel his oats here a little bit. He got into the apparel, where he ran a company called KPR, which is an athletic equipment closeout company. And the KPR was named after his parents' initials, so ironically enough. And so he basically he just bought and sold overstock brand merchandise. And in 1993, when he turned 21, KPR reached $1 million in annual sales. So pretty good, right? I would say that so far things look pretty promising, right? And then in 1995, KPR reached 50 million in sales, and then he purchased 40% of. Also in '95, he purchased 40% of women's athletic shoe manufacturer Riker. Okay, so this guy is, like I said, he's I would say, from a business standpoint, he's got great business sense. He's street smart. He understands business. He knows how the ins and outs of business, and he did it from a very young age. He also went on to take over. He created an apparel and logistics company called Global Sports Incorporated, or GSI Commerce, a multi-billion-dollar e-commerce company. At 38, he sold GSI to eBay for 2.4 billion, and then he ended up making 150 million off of that windfall, right? Off of that deal. And then go ahead. Did you want
No,
to say
I'm
something?
just no, I just throwing all these millions of dollars around like it's like confetti.
Yeah,
It's like it's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I mean, and so at like I said, at 38, so from the time he was 12 until the time he's 38, he's still coming up the ladder here, right? And then so he sells it off, and for 2.4 billion. And he only makes 100. That kind of surprised me. He only made 150 million off that deal, right? I mean, I know that's a lot of money, but it's not 2.4 billion, right? I mean, they're talking, was that 10%? Well,
That's
8%. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, um, then he ended up repurchasing GSI. I'm assuming from eBay at a fire sale price, right? So he buys the company again. Now he repurchases, gives it a Fanatics Inc. licensed sports merchandiser, and Rulala, a flash seller, and Shop Runner, a retail benefits program. So he takes all those, and he's moving right along now. So, but yeah, so it shows this guy. Um, he's constantly moving up the ladder, and he bought and sold, like Shop Runner. He sold to FedEx, and um, it was announced. He would team up. The Simon Property Group would team up with Ruben to take their mall inventory online and contribute $280 million to the venture and so on. And then he orchestrated deals with 900 professional and collegiate leagues, sports, and teams, including the Nike National Football League, MLB, right, and that grant Fanatics right to manufacture and distribute all of that, all of the gear for those leagues. And a little while after that, he ended up securing 350 million funding for Fanatics that raised the valuation of the company to 6.2 billion. In 21, he secured 320 million more funding round, followed by another 325 million in August of 21, and that brought the company's valuation to 18 million. And so yeah, I mean, and then it wasn't too long after that. I mean that you can see where this whole thing is going. But like I said, I think it's just fair to give this guy his due, right? I mean, because he has worked really hard. Now there are some downturns here, but generally speaking, I mean the man's done a pretty good job in running businesses. Okay, so now we get to the point where we start talking about where Ruben starts to enter into the sports card segment of things. And that's what I think is important for all you viewers out there to understand here is just where this whole thing's going, right? Now, in August of 21, that's when Fanatics first wins the exclusive license for MLB. So it's my understanding, again, and I'm going on what I've read and what I've seen and who I've talked to, that there was a behind, I would call it a boiler room type, backdoor type deal with MLB and the Players Union, where he was good friends with other owners like, let's say, Robert Kraft, when he first started trying to woo the NFL with merchandise deals, right? And I think that sort of spread to other owners, and I think the idea was that Fanatics had big plans and they wanted to come in and they wanted to really make a splash, um, potentially making their own brand of cards, but they didn't have to do that because after they won the license for MLB, it put Topps in a real big hole here because they only had the rights until 2025, and after that the only stuff that they had was really soccer and a few other odds and ends, wrestling and that type of thing. So um, once Fanatics made that deal with um, the Players Association and Major League Baseball, as well later on down the line, the NBA Players Union and the NBA franchises, and also the NFL and the NFL Players Union. Um, the the Players Union received their payment in all this was in the order of 10 times what the previous agreement was for. So in 2020, and again, Topps is a private company and Fanatics is a private company. So, getting information up, they don't have to disclose anything. Now, you would think they would want to, because from a transparency standpoint, you would think that they would want to, be upfront and forthright in the way that they run their business and what their plans are and how they plan to do that, so they can keep everybody in the loop, collectors, breakers, owners, and so on. And I'm sure the owners have more contact with Fanatics and Ruben than the common man does. I would be willing to believe that. But if you figure that out, right? I mean, and Topps just decided that, well, when it was owned by Disney, Topps just decided that there was no way that they could compete with this because they basically paid the Players Union 10 times the amount that they had previously received from any agreement. So in that case, that would make them, that would put the agreement. Now Topps paid them 20.4 million in 2020. So that means that Fanatics paid them over $200 million, just the players union, right? And if they just, it's a, the reason why I'm giving you all these numbers is because in the end you'll see where I'm going. So if they gave the players union 200 million, right? And they do the same thing for, I'm sure they're similar for the NFL and the NBA, as well as, let's say, the franchises, the Major League Baseball and National Basketball Association and National Football League. If all of that is pretty true, then they have a hefty amount of cash that they have put into these agreements, which run from 10 to sometimes 15 or even 20 years. Okay, so Topps is responsible to pay these guys, whether they're paying them quarterly, whether they're paying them monthly, whether they're paying them, bi-yearly. I'm not sure, because again, we're not privy to any of that information. But what we do know is that the players union in baseball was making 10 times the amount that they ever made before. So that's pretty significant. And then on top of all that, Fanatics, as of March 2022, had raised 3.2 billion in overall fundraising. So that's pretty significant, right? And because they've raised that much money, then once they raised that 3.2 million, that's when they went on the buy-in spree. First, they buy Topps. Let me back up a second. First, they bought a stake in Lids, and that stake came in. They bought about 60% of the company, and that came in around 60 million. Then they purchased Topps, and that was in 18, 12, 18, 18. And then in January, they bought Topps for 500 million. And then following that, in October, they bought Mitchell and Ness for 250 million, and they own 75% ownership in that company. The other 25% went to all like the NBA stars like Durant, LeBron James. They're all stakeholders in this as well, as well as Jay-Z and others. It's a celebrity type group. And then on top of that, so after they bought that in October of 22, then they went out and their final purchase of any consequence was PointsBet, which is a gambling site, and because they wanted to get in the gambling business, and that originally played out at 150 million, but then went to 225 million when it was finally transacted at the end. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of there's quite a bit of interest here in Fanatics and wanting to build basically a monopoly. And one thing I will say about their PointsBet acquisition was that in the 6 months of 2022, PointsBet lost between 77 and 82 million dollars. So it wasn't a winning transaction here, right? And so I was a little bit curious on why they were so desperate to get into the gambling arena when they knew damn well that it could be a losing proposition for them, right? It doesn't make sense. I mean, yes, it looks lucrative, and maybe when it all started, like in 2021, 2022.
You can't have all success. You got to have some loss for tax purposes, right?
Right.
I mean,
Well,
I mean,
when everything came to fruition, right? We're talking like what was it, late 2022, early 2023, when gambling was legalized in all the states, right? Fanatics probably said, "Wait, we can do that too, right?" And so that's what they did, and they got in there. But again, they bought a company that was losing about $80 million in 6 months, so $160 million a year, roughly, let's say. sake of argument. And then so you can see where this is going, okay? And now we get to the interesting part of this, where uh, Fanatics is starting to run into trouble all of a sudden, and in in late 2022 and early 2023, we start to see problems arising, and Fanatics credit rating starts to get lowered all of a sudden. And if you look at the EBITDA, which is earnings before interest, depreciation, taxes, and amortization, they're let me just check this out real quick. Uh, yeah, it basically you had four companies that downgraded them: S&P, Moody's, Fitch, and SGB. And I'm just reading from Fitch here, but uh, they basically go on to say that this is S&P Global, excuse me. They just go on to say that that the revenue growth of 4% in the second quarter, and it lowered its guidance for the year due to production delays and updated product launch schedules. But um, they said the negative outlook reflects our expectation for leverage to remain near the mid six times area through fiscal 2023 before improving, which I'm not sure that that's actually going to happen. And it said they experience top line and bottom line pressures attributable to softer macroeconomic trends. These factors resulted in consolidated second quarter adjusted EBITDA margins declining by nearly 550 basis points. So it's gone from 8.5% all the way down to 2.5%. And the company continues to spend heavily in its new online gaming and betting ventures, which contributes to higher overheads and subsidiary inventory costs. So as you can see here, they're citing a number of issues going on here. It's a negative cash flow thing, right? And let me just bring that up real quick. It says from the legal challenges and also investor challenges is that Moody's downgraded Fanatics Commerce, citing weak credit metrics and negative EBITDA and free cash flow. Moody's lowered the corporate family rating to B1 from Ba3, the profitability of default ratings, and so on. And then it goes on to say that not only is that going on, but then you've got some mutual funds that are reducing their stakes by the tune of average of 14% in the first half of 2024. Okay, so now you got all these things that are starting to creep in on Fanatics. You've got the lowered credit ratings. You've got the lowered mutual fund holdings. You've got the lower revenues and lower earnings that are all starting to manifest in the company. Okay, and the revenues, last year's revenues came in at $1 billion less than last year, and then you get to the point where Ruben is now he says it isn't true, but he's looking to sell 1 billion shares of his company. Okay, now you might ask yourself, why would somebody do that? Why would someone want to sell 1 billion shares of his stock when they're supposed to be going with an IPO in a year or two? But one thing I didn't mention here was that they already pulled back on the IPO. In 2022, they decided that they were going to they were going to hold off on doing the IPO, and then they said maybe in 2023, but then 2023 has come and gone, and they decided to pull back again. So I think there's a real credit crunch going on here. I think there's a real money crunch. I think Fanatics is in I would say in fairly serious trouble here, and the company decided that they weren't going to try to fundraise anymore either. And that seems pretty peculiar to me. If all of a sudden that you're seeing your revenues drop and you want to keep expanding, right? If you want to be a growth company, you would think you would be out there fundraising through all of their previous investors, whether it's BlackRock or any of these other particular companies, and which gets us to the point of where we are now, and it just doesn't make sense to me that someone with a has whatever, I don't know how many billions of shares he has, but let's say he's got 10 billion shares. Do you really, what's the point here? You can make more money on the IPO probably than you would if you sold them outright to somebody else. Maybe he's testing the waters. I don't know. What do you think?
I I don't have the business mind that you do. A lot of this stuff goes right over my head. I'm just being honest. It does. I mean, what I think is he's in trouble and he's trying to dig his way out. And I mean, he's done this before. He's been in trouble way back when he was 16. His
Right?
dad, you know, yep, he got a loan. He dug his way out and
Yep.
he worked his way up. I mean, people do that. A lot of rich people do that, where they get in the hole and they dig themselves out and then they start growing again. And it's almost like they have that itch that they got to invest in something else and see if they can make that turn around. And, and I think he just may have bit off more than he can chew and is trying to be unique in the way that he digs his way out of it. But I mean, all the numbers and stuff that you talk about kind of makes me glaze over a little
Right.
bit, because it's just so much
Right.
and it's just such big numbers
Right.
that the normal regular Joe like myself, who doesn't have that business mind like you do, just has a hard time grappling with it.
Right.
I really, and I mean, you wonder why. Now I don't wonder why boxes cost so much.
Right.
The product costs so much. I mean, he have gone 5 times more than Tops did and still get the players unions to sign on instead of 10 times. Did he really have to do
Right.
10 times? And I think he did quite an overreach. But who am I to tell this guy who obviously
Right.
has made a profession out of taking something and turning it into something more?
Well,
I don't know.
well. Tops was blindsided anyway. When they were owned by Disney, because he came right in there and said, "Look, I'll
Right.
give you this." Now, maybe in his mind he was thinking that, he could grow this, to whatever, to a hundred billion, because right now the company's the valuation of the company is about 31 billion. Okay. And again, a lot of that's through acquisitions and
Right.
via Tops and everything else. But the idea here is that I think you're on the right track. I think he bit off a little bit more than he can chew, and I think there are a few more factors here that I don't think he was banking on. One, I think the economy has slowed down dramatically. We're seeing less and less and less, card purchases going through, as well as probably apparel and or gaming, right? I mean, because all 4 of those businesses that I just listed, lids, um, Fanatics Gaming, let's say, um, the apparel company Fanatics, and the cards, all of them are either flat or losing money, and that's hard. It's hard to win when you're either flat or losing money in every single category. And so now I think the panic has set in here for Fanatics. I think there's a real panic going on. And they're not going to tell us anything because they're a private company. And all this information that I just gave everybody is I had to dig around for this for a while to find all of it, because you can't pull anything out of Fanatics. And I mean, they're not going to tell you if they're in serious trouble. You know, because I'm sure they probably won't want to keep that close to the vest, and hopefully, hopefully they can work past it. I'm not so sure. All right, and I think that's what's leading to over the last couple of years this dramatic rise in box prices, in overall pack prices. Like you go to let's say Walmart or any of these outlets, and you're paying $25-$30 for a blaster box, and $6 or $7 or $8 for a fat pack, um, and and the quality and the quantity keep dropping. Right? That's
Well, they
that's the
flooded
problem.
the market.
Well, they may they may have flooded the market, but again, if you're going to flood the market, then you gotta give the average collector something in there. You can't win people over if the product keeps becoming worse, right? You just can't win that way.
Well, like I guess what I meant with flooding the market is when you open a box and there's more of the bit players, like there's tons and tons of bit players, and then there's every once in a while you get a good, a real good skilled player. There's just there's a lot of quantity there, but the
Right,
quality of player and the number of cards that are out there for that player, even if it is a good player,
right,
there's a lot of like there's 400 Mookie Betts rookies.
right.
Then
Well,
that
right,
Mookie Betts rookie's not going to be worth as much
right. You're right.
because
You're,
there's
you're
so
right. You're
many.
talking about the base numbers.
Right.
Right.
That's what I meant
Yeah.
by flooding the market
Right.
was just the sheer numbers of that same card that are out there.
Right.
Then they're not going to be as
As valuable.
valuable. Thank you. That was
Yeah.
the word I was looking for.
Right.
So I think it's awesome that all the players get their cards and whatnot, but too many of the same card makes the card less worthy.
Sure. Sure.
Less valuable. So,
And it makes perfect sense.
but
But here we are, and like I said, I think this is going to get worse, not better. I think that there's a lot of pressure on the breakers. I think there's a lot of pressure on Fanatics, and or their distributors to try to get this product out and try to move it. But you can hype a product all you want. If it's not good, it's not good. And I was just watching the update, Topps Chrome update, and I can tell you that everybody was complaining about that. Everybody. And you're talking four cards a pack. Oh no, the jumbos are more. They're like 11 cards per pack. But they're not pulling anything out of there. The autographs aren't earth shattering, and the number of numbered cards just aren't
right.
just aren't living up to the price tag, right? So now you know where we are, and now you know how Fanatics has played this in, and where we are, and why I think that we're running into a lot of the higher prices, the lower quantity, the lower, the less attractive autographs. The more of the guys that are just average guys than the more of the guys that are, the more valuable players, the more veteran
Notable.
players, right? Because it costs them more to sign those guys, to get those guys to come in, the Nolan Ryans of the world, the Johnny Benches of the world, the Acuñas of the world, all of those different players that they want to bring in here. It's going to cost them a lot more, and I think they're in a money crunch. I really do, and it's going to get worse. In my opinion, it's going to get worse before it gets better. And so what we're going to do, I'm going to wrap this up now. Is in this particular segment, and just in summary, okay. And I'm standing on the mountaintop, and I'm looking down on Fanatics. You're going to go check on her,
Yep.
okay.
The pup is whining again.
And so looking down from the mountaintop, this is what I see, okay? I see a company that is desperate. I see a company that is looking to squeeze every single nickel it can out of its products, while at the same time lowering the quantity and quality of each and every release. I see a company that is looking to eliminate any and all competition, no matter how small or insignificant they might be, including their own local card stores. Okay? I see a company that grossly overpaid for the exclusive rights of the players' unions of the MLB, NBA, and NFL. I also see a company that severely overpaid for the rights to the franchises of the NBA, the National Football League, and Major League Baseball. And finally, I see a company, like many other companies, that is heading into a down economy and possibly a recession that will ultimately lead to much lower revenues and much lower net profits. That's what I see. Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders to return back to Boston. And so nevermore shall we see you again.
Oh boy. I come back from taking care of the dog and he's singing. Holy
So
cow.
there you have it, folks. So there you have it. I just felt it was, Robert Shaw just happens to be one of my favorite actors, and I just thought that was appropriate given the circumstances. And with that, we are going to move on to our final segment, which is a blaster box.
And our puppy is like, she's not a puppy anymore, but she'll always be a puppy. She has just learned to go up and down the stairs. And she's now upstairs whining because she wants to be downstairs. I brought her downstairs. She turned around and wanted to go back upstairs. So you might start hearing a little bit of whining in the background. That's just River. She's not being tortured. She just doesn't know where she wants to be. And I apologize ahead of time if that happens.
Here we go. Let's see what we're going to see. All right. Pack number 1. Look at that. Opened up pretty good, too. All right. First out of the chute, here comes Ketel Marte, followed by Ryan Sandberg and Spencer Howard. Aaron Judge again. We saw him. Walker Buehler. Uh-oh. What's this? We got a green here. What's this all about? Mike Trout green. Is it number?
Wow.
It is.
Yep.
Look at that. 125. Nice. That's a nice. Look at that. Nice Mike Trout.
Yep.
Got a little bit of. Looks like you got a little bit of a rub on that, but you know what? We're gonna sleeve that up right now. Trey Mancini and Kyle Schwarber. All right, let's get that in a sleeve. Yeah, that was good. All right, we'll add him to that. That's a pretty good numbered
That's a
card
good one.
pull. I'll take that
Yep.
any day of the week. I think anybody else would too.
Twice on Sunday.
Oh yeah. Now, it's funny. One opens up good, and then one doesn't open up so good. But we're getting there. We get it. There we go. All right. Oh, I see Louis Robert on the back. That's good. I like that. All right. Look at that. There's a little nick out of that one. Look at that thing.
Hmm.
Right there. See it? See that, folks?
Yeah.
Right there. Look at that. Willie Castro and Francisco Lindor, Gary Carter, Jose Abreu. Here comes our first 89. As we
That's a
talked about.
foil.
Don, yeah. Nice 89 foils. Don Sutton. Good one. I met Don Sutton down in Connecticut. Alex Kirilloff, Zach Greinke, and Luis Robert. Good one. Take that. All right. Move along. 2 down. Oh, we got 5 to go, I think. There we go. We got it. Tell ya. Hey, there's Pop Stargell right on the front. Followed by Clayton Kershaw, the Claw. Pedro Martinez in an Expos uniform.
Wow.
Not the early days, but pretty early days.
That's very early. Yeah.
Jahmai Jones, Joe Morgan, we saw him earlier. And the boys of Zimmer. Sandberg, Dawson, Maddox. Look at that. 3 pretty good players. Outstanding players. And then we got Nolan Arenado and Zach Gallen. Gallen's done well for the Diamondbacks. We got 4 packs to go. See if we can pull an autograph out here. Come on, guys. Let's go. Put the mojo hat on. I can get this thing open. Man, oh man, I'll tell you what.
I wonder if it has something to do with the year.
I don't know, but we're gonna
Tough it out.
Tough it out, pick it up. Wow. All right, hang in there. We're getting there. Sometime. Knock the camera out. Believe this? Huh? Then we got fingernails and it still is coming. There we go. I think I almost got it.
I think I'm going to bring some fingernail clippers down next time. Just give it a little bit of a nick with the clippers.
Yep. Yeah, finally.
You got it.
Well, you know, short of
Persistence.
ruining them, you know, I don't want to
Right.
do that.
Exactly.
All right. Here we go. Next pack. Matt Chapman, Christy Mathewson, Keston Hira, Adrian Beltre, Joey Bart rookie. And here comes our second 89. Sanchez and
Foil.
yeah, Reese Hoskins. Put that over there. Colton Wong, Kyle Hendricks. 3. All right, 3 more to go. All right, let's see what we got this one. Casey Mize, rookie. And Alex Verdugo. Johnny Bench again. Jimenez, Madrigal. And Reese Hoskins. Pee Wee Reese. Yeah. And Dylan Carson. 2 more. And
Come on, let's get one.
I want to thank
get
everybody
one.
for showing up at joining us on this video, taking time to ride along with us. We really appreciate it. We got Honus Wagner.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Honus Wagner. I know it's the yellow there is tough though. You know, doesn't
Yeah, it doesn't stand out.
stand out very well.
No.
DeYoung, Sheffield, Tim Salmon, and here comes our third 89, Fergie Jenkins, and we got Casey Mize. There he is. Rather have Scooble, but you know. Jim Palmer, Ted Williams, the Splendid Splinter, and George Springer. All right, last pack. See what we can pull out of here. So far, we got the 1 numbered card. Maybe we'll get something good. Find out shortly. All right. Final pack. Luke Voigt, Larry Doby, Rodriguez, Todd Helton, and Alec Bohm, rookie. Doesn't look like very much anything here. Bobby Dahlbeck, David Fletcher, and William Contreras. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do a quick recap. We got the 89s. We got Mize, Reese Hodgkins, Don Sutton, and this isn't all the rookies, but just a little bit of a handful of them here. Tarek Skubal, Dalton Varsho, Ali Bohm, Jonathan India, and we got some numbered cards here. Josh Donaldson, numbered to 75, as you can see there. Shane McClanahan, rookie. Joey Bart. We got Brent Rooker, another rookie, and a silver. Joe Carter, numbered to 99. Garrett Crochet, rookie. That's the only one we got of him. And that Jake Cronenworth. And there's a whole bunch of more rookies in there, but again, oh yeah, excuse me. And we got these three, of course, the best cards of the bunch. We got Mike Trout, and that's a green, numbered to 125. And then Greg Amsinger, and that is a purple parallel, also numbered to 150. And Mark Loretta, that's a fan favorites autograph. So there you have it. Appreciate you stopping by. Please hit that like button. Hit the leave us a comment. Hit the notifications. And until next time, we'll see you later.